Hey guys, what's up? Okay, that's really bad lighting. Oh my gosh, that is actually atrocious. Best place to film in front of the refrigerator. Okay, hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name's Josh. You know what to do. Give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on the IG. So there's going to be some footage from yesterday. I was at TopGolf, and if you don't know, your boy's an avid golfer. Okay, golf is how I escape from everyday life. It's how I escape from people I don't like. It's how I escape from school. It's how, it's what gets my mind cleared, basically. The best way to put it. So TopGolf is like an outdoor driving range where there's a bunch of targets that are like lit up, and you can play all these games. Like somehow the targets have holes in them, like it's big circles, like the size of actual greens on the golf course, but like the ball goes in, and then like you can look on a little computer screen and it tells you like how far you were. It also gives you all sorts of challenges and games that you can play. It's a pretty cool place. And they have sofas and chairs there as well, and tables, and you can eat and drink right there while you're at the range. It's kind of a party place, I noticed. Like they play music and definitely serve alcohol to people who are at legal age. Which is okay for me, but I went there to do serious practicing. I wasn't there with friends. I chose not to do that. Your boy takes the game very, very seriously. Take practicing as seriously as the matches. So I don't normally go with friends because I found that like I tend to goof off more than I do practice. Like they'll sway me into long drive competitions and stuff like that, and they'll blast music and they'll get all giggly and stuff. And that's all fine, and once in a while I'm down to have fun. But most of the time I'm like, you know what, I want to practice my game here and stay top tier, because your boy was scratch golfer at some point. And for those of you who don't know, that is basically pro tier. So yeah, I want to keep that going for as long as I can. I'm playing about once a week, so that's good. At some point I'll vlog the actual course, don't worry. But anyways, I'm going to show you guys TopGolf, and then we'll find some other things to do. So let's begin. Guys, I'm back from TopGolf. It was great. Hope that you enjoyed the footage and seeing some of the balls flying off. I think nighttime is so much fun to hit golf balls, because if it's well lit enough, you can actually see the ball take off into the night sky, and that's not something that you capture in the daytime unless you're right there and you can see the ball come off the club face. But anyways, that was great. Enjoyed that. Knocked something off my bucket list. Next will probably be something really adventurous. Skydiving. Della Vlogs, JD Vlogs gave me the idea, and I was like, this looks so thrilling. When you watch them skydive, it's like, oh, you have to try it. So I'm going to try that, see what it's like. That's going to be another bucket list thing. But anyways, I'm back here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of film a part 2 Q&A about like questions that I got asked about like college life. Also, people asked what tripods I use and stuff, because I operate out of 2 different ones. So I'm going to talk about that as well. So real quick here, I utilize 2 tripods. This is my handheld one that I use for most of my vlogging. especially out like shopping and like out at public places or restaurants. That's what I'll use. This one is actually gifted to me from Mom. It's actually a Bluetooth selfie stick. That's the camera button, and that can actually come off, which is cool. So like if you want to stand far away and take a picture, you can. But this is also a tripod, and I think that's really cool. You push that and it extends 3 legs, and that extends right there, and that goes up pretty high. So I use that a lot at home because like, I don't want to say it, but trying to find a place to put tripods sometimes is a little bit of a hassle, and I'm sure other YouTubers relate, but you know, you got to do what you got to do. But Mom got this for me as a gift, so I was very excited. This is what I used at TopGolf because I thought, you know, TopGolf is going to have a lot of places to set stuff, and I figured it was a pretty open floor, and it was, so I mounted this and set it up and let the camera roll for some of the golf shots. So yeah, those are the 2 tripods. Now for the Q&A. Okay guys, so one of the main questions I've gotten asked since I've been here is, has the adjustment period been good? Like from home to college? And I would say it's actually been great. You know, for the most part, I'm happy here. Academically, I'm great. Socially, I'm getting there. Had a couple issues with people, but hopefully those are coming to an end. You know, it's life. You're gonna meet people you don't like, you don't hit it off with. It's a matter of, you know, if it's really not going to work out, can you be civil with them? And, you know, maybe you guys can become friends later on. Just take some time to adjust. Another question I've gotten asked is, you know, do you have roommates? And the answer to that is, I do. I have 2 of them. Now, granted, if you saw my Q&A as a college freshman, which is the first video I uploaded, you'll know that we all have our own separate bedrooms, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we're always separated from each other and never see each other. You know, roommates, I think, is like having brothers, basically. It's like having siblings and strangers at the same time. One of my roommates is very, very quiet, but, you know, he has a very big social life, so I don't see him a lot. He's always quiet when he's here, but he's definitely out late at night. I hear him coming in at like 1 in the morning sometimes. I'll be asleep and I'll hear the door and I'm like, okay, he's back. And then the other one, you know, the other one's like the mom of the, you know, dorm. So like, you know, comes home after a busy day and sees the dishes in the sink and will sometimes text you and be like, hey, do you mind putting your dishes away? They've been out and they're starting to smell. Or it's like, hey, do you mind taking the trash out? Or something like that. And it's like, there's only 2 dishes in the sink and the trash can is barely full. You know, it's like a mom and teenagers. I can't say dad. I don't know. I feel like the moms are the ones who get more on you about the chores. I'm not throwing shade at moms, but that's just what I've noticed. And then the dads are like, yeah, it's fine. No, let him do his own thing. But yeah, so those are the kinds of roommates I have. Overall, I love them. If you guys are watching this, hey. No, seriously, having roommates can be great because, you know, it's your little gang, but don't expect that, like, you know, you're gonna be with them 24/7 because we're all musicians and we all play different stuff. One pianist, and then there's another bassist over there. That's why he's by himself. He's a bassist. He likes to be alone, do deep stuff that we don't know about. You'll hear him screaming, playing video games through the vent system, so we know what he's up to. But I love having them. They're great. It's just, you know, people coming in, don't expect that, like, your roommates are going to be around you 24/7 because I've actually found that's not the case. Another question that I've gotten asked is, does home feel like home when you went home for fall break? Don't get offended, Mom and Dad. Not really. You know, the first 3 nights were pretty awkward, I would say. I felt like I had to be very, very careful about, like, what I touched and where I walked. Even being in my own room, it felt strange, like this is only a temporary place for me to stay. Mom and Dad have stressed to me that I'm always welcome back home. But honestly, it felt so different. It was awkward the first day, I'll admit. Having dinner with them, it felt really weird because I've eaten so much by myself now that like sitting down to have a meal with them, it was like, you almost felt like you're eating with two strangers. It becomes more of like, you're visiting an aunt and uncle or grandparents in a way. It feels like you've moved on with your life, and while your parents are still supporting you financially and stuff, it definitely feels as though like in some ways you're so much more independent that all you need is a job and then you can basically move out of the house. But that's why I think the adjustment period was so good, is because, you know, I miss home, but at the same time I feel ready to be out of the house. I think another question is, you know, how much work is there? People ask that all the time, and honestly, it depends on what you're studying. Like, I'm a solo instrument, so I don't have orchestra, I don't have chamber, I don't have all those rehearsals and all the concerts. So I don't have as much as other people. I mean, there's still plenty of work, but not nearly as much as if I was an orchestral instrument and I'd be having all these rehearsals and concerts and stuff to plan for. The general rule of thumb, at least in my school, and I'm sure it's with many others, is that they're not going to give you more than double the credits. So let's say that you have a class that's 3 credits. They're not going to give you more than 6 hours of work a week. In fact, if anything, 6 is the absolute max. I've had courses, you know, where it's a 3 credit course and they give you about 3-4 hours of work a week. So, you know, that's the workload, and I think that's the case here because it's a music school, and so all that time is what you do with like practicing and stuff, but it also gives you more time to take care of your mental health. Now, if you were at a university or something, yeah, there's probably a lot more work, but honestly, if you can manage your time well, which we'll get into in a minute, that's where you're gonna really succeed. And someone asked me, you know, time management, how's that going? Time management is great. It's your best friend in college. Honestly, time management is what's gonna keep you stable, it's what keeps you sane, it's what keeps you alive. I made my classes very, very intense in the beginning of the week, so I have classes Monday, Tuesday, and then I have classes Thursday. So I planned that out accordingly so that Monday and Tuesday were heavy days, Wednesday's wide open so I can knock out as much as I can. Thursday, you know, and Wednesday was also so that if I got less work, I maybe had a little bit of time to just relax. Thursday I have 2 classes, one in the morning, one in the afternoon, and then I have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So if I get all my work done Friday and Saturday morning, then I have a day and a half right there. So that's why I say time management is everything. If you know what you're doing, and it's a matter of what you do with your free time, like after a class. So like, after a class, I'll chill for 10 minutes, but then I'll work, knock out the assignment, and then take a break, knock out another assignment, go to another class. So that's what I do. And I cannot stress enough how much that helps. If you can get one day a week where it's completely open, I'm very lucky to have a day and a half or sometimes 2. If you can get a day where it's wide open, you can just relax and do something that you enjoy, then I recommend it. Honestly, your mental health makes all the difference in college performance. That's another thing. Someone asked me, have you been taking care of your mental health? Yes. Golfing, started boxing more at the gym. I actually have a training session with a former cage fighter here at the school. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm very much looking forward to that. You know, Josh Bruckner, we're coming for you, buddy. Just kidding. But I'd love to meet that guy. Josh Bruckner's such a stud. But the point being is that I'm taking care of my mental health. I'm experimenting. I'm finding things to do, practicing, but I'm still taking care of myself. They stressed here at the school, your mental health comes first. And that is something that I'm going to share with you guys. Your mental health comes first in everything. Because if your mind is the control center of your body and that's not taken care of, your whole body's going to feel completely tired, uncared for, and it's not going to be good for you. And some of my friends are like, I'm so stressed out. And I'm like, is your mental health okay? And they're like, no. And I'm like, do you have a lot of assignments? Yes. When are they due? Tomorrow. And I'm like, there's your answer. Time management, mental health is everything. Guys, I hope that you enjoyed. If you're a college student or an upcoming college student watching this, welcome to the life. It's really, really good. It's different, but if you know what you're doing and you know yourself, it's a great journey, and I couldn't be happier, honestly, with where I'm at right now. If you enjoyed, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on the IG. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, and good night.